It doesn't matter who's out there. These little cocaine snorting blades think they're athletes when they're not. They've got more bruises and broke bones than anyone else in the game. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, they run around battering the Mars and battering girls. It is what it is. You've got to leave them to it. Them fellas that create domestic abuse on the highest level.
Yes, I. Yes, I. Yes, I. Yes, I. Yes, I. No brothers, no sisters. This one's going straight out to Darren, the wet wipe G. What's going on, Darren? I haven't mentioned you for about 6 months. I thought we were all right, me and you know, maybe a bit of, I don't know, just a bit of a non-verbal agreement that we weren't going to mention each other, you know, because remember about 6 or more months ago when you were irritating us a little bit and I offered to meet you somewhere and flat pack you like a set of drawers from IKEA. And you never got back to us, and after a day or two it didn't sit too well with us. I felt like I was bullying you. So I issued an apology, remember? And I thought the apology was taken quite well. You've mentioned us a couple of times since, and I haven't bit, you know, because you're you, aren't you? But that live I've just listened to, mate, I thought...
Do you understand? When they're fucked on drugs, it's all right getting pictures took or sparring and all that nonsense, but at the end of the day, you've got about 3 more fights in you, and then you're over. Finished. Do you understand what I'm saying, kid? So you sit there with your hateful mind, spreading them vibrations that you call self-positive. Sit there with your fucked up face because you're an ugly rat. It is what it is, you little ball bag. You know I'm speaking to you. I don't want to mention your name because you'll defamate me, won't you? You and that woman and man whose willy you were sucking. You know damn right what I'm on about, don't you? Hey, you little ball bag. 3 years ago, you were a troll. 3 years ago, you started attacking a nonce without providing the proof.
So, where my ears picked up, and this is what really warranted the response, was you insulted my last opponent, Terry Brazier. You said he was shit. Now, Darren, as somebody like yourself who literally couldn't knock the fluff off a cappuccino, I don't think you should be discrediting fighters, mate. You know, there's one thing that's known, you know, quite well now, and that is that you, sir, cannot fight. And that's fine, that's cool. People have different talents in different areas, and for what it's worth, I think you're a good speaker. I think you've got a decent level of intelligence and you've got a broad vocabulary, but more so, you use the right words at the right time and you can describe something very quickly and you can get to the point rapidly through the power of speech.
Bottom line is, lad, you're a fucking ball bag. You know who I'm speaking to. Don't even need to mention your name.
Pizza face. I know you're commenting for our account, and I know what account you're commenting for. Listen, know what today? You turn up at your pals tomorrow, right? Because you've no turned up tonight, you fucking shite bag, right? Know today? You turn up at your pals on your road trip, right? On their wee road trip and fucking turn up, right? And be there. Eh, you pussy hole. You fucking little shit bag. Eh? These are all a bunch of fucking shitbags. Listen, don't say you're going on road trips and don't turn up. You've people you've got beefy and don't turn up. Fucking turn up. Because we're ready. We're willing. We're ready to take on whatever it's coming on. Right? So you just do as you're told. Right? Pizza face. Right? I know you've not got the minerals, right? I don't even know if your pals have got the minerals. Maybe a wee bit, right? But listen, as we say, talk's cheap, innit? Right? So, listen, in fact, we know you've not got the minerals, right? You just tell your pals to fucking turn up, right? And we'll get it on.
Good evening, Motorsport Buggy. Like I've just done with Dildo Dave, I would like you to tell your followers on your Motorsport channel why you got Brian Burrell, why you grassed him up. obviously the guy, you know, he got off, he never got jailed, but you grassed him. So that makes you a grass. You know, if you Google Derek Law, Glasgow, you'll see that Derek Law was done in by Brian Burrell, a Glasgow Rangers fan. Now, Motorsport Buggy, you claim to be a hard man, yet you're in the paper for getting done in. So you're not that hard, really, are you? And your chances against me are very slim, from what I've read. Not only that, you're a dealer, selling drugs to kids. So the thing is, I know people hate me. I know your haters. I know Dave's haters hate me. You ask me a lot of questions. Now I want answers from you. Why did you sell drugs to kids? Number one. And why did you grass Brian Burrell up? Why didn't you just take the hiding and walk away and just forget about it, or go back and have a fight with him? Because you claim to be a hard man, and you say that you think you're a fighting man. When I offered you out, you drove all the way to Paddy's Farm when I was in fucking Arbroath with George Ferry. So please, can you answer that question for me, please? I'm asking you nicely, sir. So why did you grasp Brian Burrell up? It's on Google. You can go and Google it. That's what I want to know. I want two answers from you. Why do you sell drugs to kids? And why did you grasp Brian Burrell for doing it in, when you could have just walked away and went back the next day and had a pagger with him?
Right guys, here we go. This is mainly to Paul Ellis, Anthony Burkett and Paddy Conroy, right? Paul Ellis, Anthony Alan Burkett and Paul Ellis, okay? Now this comes as listen guys, this isn't worth the paper it's written on. However, it did come in a secure line, and that secure line has now been passed on to Joe Kidd. Joe Kidd is now sitting with my full disclosure. Do you know what a full disclosure is, guys, right? So, apart from all my crimes, convictions, reprimands and cautions, I've also asked for, look, okay? So if you could kindly confirm whether, so basically I've asked for this here. I would like the information that relates directly to convictions of domestic abuse, aggravated burglary, robbery and theft from a person, and any offences involving children, okay, or vulnerable adults. You're fucked there, Decca, aren't you? Anyway, this is not about you. This isn't about you. Yeah, we've seen yours, yeah? You don't need to show us nothing. You don't need to personally show me nothing. I knew in 2019, so we're just got to push Decca out the road. But diet chips, if you want to come in this diet chips, yeah, feel free. It is free. It takes 10 minutes of your time. Depends how quick you are at typing. Okay, so here we go. I also like the information that relates directly to conditions of domestic abuse, aggravated burglary, robbery and theft from a person, and any offences involving children or vulnerable adults. To my knowledge, I have never been questioned or over such offences. Indeed, been charged or indeed been charged, but I have been told that offences of this nature have been seen on my criminal record. So you've got Paul Ellis and that saying they've seen a Scottish actor of mine, and they know Jockney Sparrow, the creepy wee man. But again, these guys, that Jockney Sparrow, you're irrelevant, man. You're irrelevant. You're like, you know, like the, I don't know. Well, put there. That's how relevant you are. There's a fucking pumpkin, right? That's how relevant you are to that. So we're just going to sit the pumpkin over there. And that was accidental. I never planned on that, guys. So anyway, here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Paul Venice here. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's blessed. Not really sure what I want to talk about, but little update on what's going on. First day on the movie set yesterday, filming for the Lee Duffy part. Was nervous as, but got down there. Loved every second of it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, loved it. Started my 6-week cut, so I am currently on a cut now where I'm dieting. You know, I'm watching what I'm eating. I'm cutting all the fatty shit out, all the fizzy pop, the chocolates, the crisps, the bread, all that's gone. I started yesterday. Coach Mike Hind is put me on a strict diet to be able to cut me in, and hopefully we'll see where we go, because, you know, I've been lifting weights most of my life, been lifting weights and training all my life, whether it be fighting or lifting weights, or, you know, I've always been in the gym and I've always been competing at a high level. You know, and when Coach Mike Hind put this bodybuilding stuff to me, I thought, you know what, why not? You know, why not give it a go? You know, I am toying with the thought of fighting again, but honestly, I can't stress enough how much my hand is hurting. I mean, I punched the punch machine on holiday, and my hand wasn't right on all holiday. It was just killing me. You know, and it's only a softball. You know, so my hand's fucked. I'm back at the hospital next Friday, and we'll go from there. We'll see what the crack is, because I do want to fight again. I do want to compete again. You know, I do feel there's a fire lit in my heart. You know, watching my friends and brothers like Danny and, you know, Jack Draper, all these guys who are competing and fighting. You know, and it's making me want to get in there myself. You know, when I'm watching them and I'm seeing them compete and I'm seeing them doing well, and I'm supporting them, I'm thinking, yeah, I've still got another run in me. You know, and that's where my head and my heart is now. I'm definitely wanting to give it one last shot, but I've got to get me, you know, I've got to get the all clear. It's all right me thinking I want to fight again and the fire's relit and all that, but my body's got to follow. You know, if my body's not responding to treatment or not responding, you know, to training and stuff like that, then it's impossible. You know, I can't just fight through it. I'm 37-year-old. You know, there was been times back in the day when I was fighting with injuries all the time, but I was young. I'm not now. I'm 37. You know what I mean? If I'm going to fight, I need to be 100%. But that being said, yeah, that's what's on my head. Those are my plans. You know, it might not happen this year, but, you know, I'm definitely pushing for the all clear. Definitely pushing for my hand healing. You know, I'm definitely pushing. I want to compete. You know, and I believe that it's probably going to be BKFC that I would want to talk to if I do come back. That being said, mental health's fucking brilliant. I'm clean, serene. Mental health's tip top. You know, family life's good. Other than that, I'm blessed. Blessed to be alive, blessed to be here, blessed to be back on YouTube. Yeah, all good. Hope everyone has a blessed day. Stay safe. God bless.